was down to Alexic. 25
okay. Giants on defense, NAVI on attack.
And he was kind of silenced in the last map, making some pretty
Double
bad
sheriffs
errors,
against a frenzy.
So I think with Ara performing well, there's definitely a chance that this switches, but we'll have to see if he's going to be able to reset.
Right here.
For now, at least, with NAVI starting on the attack, this is where historically they've always been able to pull out more rounds than maybe you'd expect.
If I had to put my money on Tom, I'm betting, you know, we've seen an Angel.
Got a helmet of hair. Yeah, my hair's kind of thick, man.
This is Alexic's time to shine. This is where he's going to take it across the line. But
it's just every map a Ruxic map?
Yes. Yes, without a doubt. The guy always delivers, even in the previous. He was the one spearheading a lot of those rounds for NAVI.
No, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate the 5 months.
The one that's remembered. 50
thank you for that, bro. I appreciate that.
NAVI starting to chip away at some mid control. They were waiting for GX to get aggressive, waiting for them to overplay their hand, but the patience of GX.
The recon over towards A main, right?
He's going to reward them with 3 players towards the site that's being hit.
In
the smoke. Over towards site. This guy doesn't have to check wine and he can focus. Wait, this is a nice pistol.
He did it very well in their prior pistols, but
big flash. Oh, he doesn't get any.
Does well.
It's a lot of damage over towards door at the same time.
Quickly move their way back into the site. West side has already managed.
We keep it on the time.
Is ticking and Cloud's done well. They need to get that planted. Xiao, last man standing.
And no matter what, he's lost this, right?
To try and get this in the swing.
Very, very nicely done. Holy 3v4 over towards site.
That's 3
and they just won so many jewels from double heaven.
Really getting a leg up in these early halves against NAVI, and you said it when we came into the second half, Tom. It was hard to imagine that it was an even game, with the exception of those 2 rounds gifted to GX because of the pistol and follow-up. With all that considered,
dude, he was alive for so long.
This is definitely the best way for GX to start.
It's nice shots from Cloud. Like they're dueling together the whole time as well.
That over-aggressive face to this defensive side early on, but
chat, what's the pistol? I want to say this is the pistol, but I think I might have given NAVI
kind of attuned to throwing away a lot of advantages. Like, that's now happened multiple times, and I think it got a little bit panicky towards the end, but losing so much control. This round, at least, the hope is for damage.
3-2.
Xiao already going to be farming towards that Hunter's Fury, of course, a very high impact ult, especially when it comes to that B site, if that's where West Side will reside. And I think you've already mentioned the highlight of those duels, but
he's chilling on this one.
The Sentinel on either side of that defense, especially, is going to be pivotal. If you're just going to have a player like Hero or like Westside that can lock you down this much map control, just look at the map right now. Literally 50% of the map is held by 1 player.
First shot rings out. They know it's an outlaw. They know it's only got 1 more bullet in the chamber, and there it is spent. Time to speed up. Low HP, easy for Flickless to claim lives, and the classic on Ara does well against Angel and against Xiao.
Solid
hold by GX, and a second round claimed with only 1 loss. It will be the weapon loss, though, because Westside was on the B side, so he can't get around there to recover it, but I think it's just a bulldog.
It's not going to be the end of the world. Pistol will be dropped over to Flickless. Westside's going to buy up a rifle at that.
1 enemy remaining.
This is now where we look to NAVI to see how early on in this map they're going to be able to break back. Of course, we already know that lower bracket run. Wow. You already have Fnatic down there, if you needed any more
okay, the bonus is okay. They could abort an extra gun on top of this, but they pretty much just decide to accept it and get the bonus as a full bonus and maybe get more ops or op potential for Ara if they want to going forward.
Flash popped and a couple to meet him.
It's a lovely Omen Flash, by the way. Omen Flash hit a lot, stops the initial hit.
Still, yeah, a flash to play with.
Yeah, I mean, to the rotate can come in. Cloud's now here, has a recon as well. Dude, they definitely got to cancel this. Meanwhile, that was going on over towards A main, I think the knife hit a lot as well. They pushed towards middle. And
look at this from Ara. Deep in mid.
Flash over middle, recon as well. Nice shot.
Perfectly for Hero. He's got more to contend with,
okay,
though.
he spotted
More
lots
than he
though.
bargained for, that's for sure. But the rest of NAVI come in to fill those gaps.
get mid control, but they're losing control elsewhere. It's not like Westside has just been sitting pretty. He's taken this
30
aggressive
HP,
position
can he kill one?
towards B main. Low on HP, just hoping for one, and he'll find it.
Did good.
That gives the time for the rotation of Flickless. Only a pistol in hand, looking for a timing instead. He's going to risk it through the smoke. He is, and he wins it. An uncharacteristic miss.
He wins that.
From Ruxic. That now leaves
Alex, mate, you got to save your team.
Him as a highlight. He needs to deliver.
He commits.
Flash is brutal. They know where he
Damn,
is.
he
And there's
committed.
no safe space on that backside.
I thought he was just going to stick back aside the whole time.
That from Flickless. You're already in a
Pistol into a bonus. Oh boy, Navi are in trouble.
Pistols in your hand. If you let them group up on site, that is a much harder retake. But he knows somebody just closed the door. He heard the drop of the second player going onto site and makes the read. They're isolated. Now's my chance. It was just a split second before that he heard the drop down on site, and that was his springboard. Get in there, take a fight, take him by surprise, and that gave them the leg.
Should be winning that, really.
Close this out 3-0 in favor of GX. This is a lights-out start, and Navi have next to nothing invested into this one.
I think the other problem as well, though, is that Na'Vi, once their initial hit doesn't work, they didn't have any control. Like, they had to go and reclaim everything. And Hero going down early again means that's going to be the same story once more.
Really, though, 4v5
This
eco.
is a very low buy for the side of Na'Vi, but that ult that was building up for such a long time has been used. But now they're going to try and walk in dry. That just feels like a completely wasted ult.
It's an absolute shocker. That is an absolute shocker.
I can look at it from two perspectives here. I don't think it's as bad as the Fatal because you're trying to close out Bind. But this one here, if you get an advantage early, I can see it being thrown in. Doing it when you've lost that mid control and lost all flank control, I guess, is just a sign of desperation.
Desperate? No, that was like really desperate.
Of a
this doesn't need to happen. Happy's getting involved as well. He's not enjoying what he's seeing.
That makes all the difference.
And an in-zone flawless as well. So it's not even like there was any real damage done whatsoever. This A-side defense has been sublime. And it's something that, again, just springs to mind when I think of Na'Vi on the attack. It was their executions into this A-side. They've always been stellar at picking
Probably
this
going to tell them to relax a little bit. We're out here just making mistakes. If you're going to...
Fragments, I think, from Flickless.
If you're going to do this,
good as well. They've been able to
you're going to
delay
lose.
them with the smokes from Grabinho. The amount of times that he just puts that into place just as they're about to
Pick 'em starting great. The two underdogs winning the first two games. Yeah.
The second that initial hit fails, they're just trying to fall back and retake control that they've lost all across the map.
I think this is kind of the problem, though, as well, Tom, because one of the things you're highlighting there is the fact that you've had great utility coming out from GX. Flickless's flashes have been on point. The same, looking back at the previous map, that was true with Grabinho, using things like the Paranoia to claim them that extra space, to deny it from their opponents. But I think one of the things here I noticed, and shout out to Andy as well on our replays for catching this, and they bring us up close on this one. You saw this flash come out of Angel, and it lands, it pops just a tiny bit too late, as you've already got the TP started coming out of Ruxic. So he's already been spotted.
Little mini-map soon.
Other player, he's already looking
Maybe we should do that.
Head. It's an easy kill conversion.
Navi call a timeout. After it, Giants want to go aggro, ruin their new plan. I'm looking at yeah, I'm looking at Xiao playing anti-flash the whole time here. Xiao anti-flash kills two, with the backup kill over towards short. Xiao kills bottom and middle. Might have to get another one here as well. He's actually going to have to get another. He's taking so much space over towards A.
It's looking like a pretty dire position, with Xiao managing to be successful.
It's a strong position from him. He might have heard the running early. Wait, did he?
This means that the flank is going to be ready.
Does he?
Waiting. It's going to be the run through.
It's really nice from Xiao. Now they heard the ult here, and honestly they should have heard the running as well. And holy bro, Xiao low HP, commits early. Grabinho's 8-0.
for GX.
And NAVI are in so much trouble.
I agree.
Dude, it's only Xiao fragging at the moment.
That gets shut down. Ara traded out. Another goes to Xiao. He clears out deep mid then. Gets them to rotate. Embeds for this deep play into AF. And I mean, Xiao did everything to recover on these disadvantages. And for Grabinho to be the one closing this out after he already found one through smoke. Yeah. He caught the rotate.
I mean, Xiao doesn't even peek. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Finishes off Angel.
He just knows he's waiting for the contact. Okay, fair play. That was a really nice 1v2. She's just hiding, waiting for the swing. Just gets wallbanged. That's so nice.
Yeah, an insane Rebel clutch coming out from him. And
NAVI go for something a little bit faster.
Oh yeah, 8-0.
We were seeing this kind of stuff happen from BBL once the ops were coming out.
GX in their attempt to make the road to champions. Of course, Liquid await. Whoever wins this match, Vitality awaits. Whoever loses. We started off this series thinking NAVI were going to run away with it, but right now they are being, I don't want to say dominated, because some of these rounds have been close, but then others have just been.
No, they are getting dominated.
Multiple flawlesses,
so there's like 3 of them with
you name it,
under 1 kill.
The problem for NAVI is they don't have the money to buy back in.
I'm saying you don't want to say dominated, Tom, but to quote Angel on this, a round's a round. Close as it may be, 5-0 with a big clutch from Grabinho to put that 5th nail in the coffin for NAVI.
It's a great timing of the knife over towards short.
Decimated, even if there have been closer
clears everything. They got the kill trip over towards here. They got camera that clears over towards B main.
Unfortunately, that second trip's not going to get anything. The knife.
Oh, the knife though. The knife hits them, so it makes it look like they're actually going through B main. The knife might have saved them a little bit. Let's see how much Grabinho can get. Flash for him to. Oh, what a flash this was.
Grabinho the double. This site is still very much held with a player back sight off in hand, but Alexic deals with him, and they may have time to correct this course.
Alexic is even going to be the one to plant. He's given them something to play with. Operator into his hand, but he's desperately low. A spam or two will do the work, and that's exactly what happens. Re-aggression coming in, a bit of a mistake, but when you've got West Side, that might not matter. Yet to get onto the diffuser, and that will force Hero into the open.
Look at him go, 6-0. Happy might have to do a double timeout here.
That will be 6-0. Again, moments where that looked like it could be around for NAVI, but those moments quickly dissipate.
Again, I said Flickless in that position. I wouldn't blame him for an over-rotation. They've seen players coming up through mid. They've got no real control. The cam and the trips go down, but he rotates back. He pops that flash for Grabinho, and that's really where the round just unravels completely. He was in the right place at, I mean, to the pixel, the perfect time to be in that position.
What can they do? I mean, there's so much talk about orbs right now, for sure. 1 orb away from all of these ults. Can see Giants wanting to fight over towards the mains.
And so far, NAVI wouldn't know.
Flickless definitely one of those players that I think at times might be an unsung hero.
Oops.
He's definitely getting his flowers. You're visibly seeing the work he's doing. Ara's reposition. Bear in mind, some of the players on the other side are yet to get a kill, but Xiao will remove him from action.
A good start from this one.
For their patience.
KO on short, knives over towards short that he can go cover over towards middle. Big jaw for Clouds. That's unlucky.
Normally,
someone's got to try and do something there.
No, he's just going to wait in the smoke and catch his
Okay, NAVI needs to keep this one clean. We've got to push all the way through A in reaction. TP over the trip, so they might not consider it. I say as Hero's looking because he heard the drop.
Easily dealt with. West Side talked you up. The headshot percentage leading.
Oops, oops, oops.
What did you say?
Oh boy, well, it's a clean one.
What Mitch was saying.
I don't remember.
Nonetheless,
no idea what you're talking about.
3 armory buys, Alex might buy heavy armor here. We'll see.
A lot of back and forth in terms of who could be winning those rounds, not in terms of who was winning them. And then when NAVI do win a round, it's an in-zone flawless. And a lot of that felt like a lot of overextensions, maybe a bit of extra confidence coming in. For the side of GX, you can understand why. They are 6-0. Yeah. Something about the headshot, really high headshot percentage.
Relax.
Mitch Man curse is real. Well, that's all I'm going to say. It's the only curse I believe in.
ADS range. It's kind of difficult to hit at the best of times.
Couple of
jumping around.
Couple
like
of rough bits of KO util right now, for sure. Got the nade that misses over towards Pizza from middle. The flash here, you could argue that the Omen peaked too early, but at least shows a little bit of lack of practice.
That's a really big circle, which does include some decent spots to molly. And let's just pretend it landed in one of those. 6-1.
Your circle accuracy just about as good as
Crabinho committed towards short. Here's the running.
Angels lineup accuracy.
Recon over towards B main, clears B main, just as he heard a guy run from top mid over towards, well, I guess, further top mid.
They've again got 3 players towards this A site, short and deeply held as well. These guys in main only have
that knife on defense though, that knife on defense is so big. It hit 3, maybe even 4.
Fragment holds them back. Smoke already falling.
Did it hit 4?
Rotation in from GX already. And Navi now
look at the minimap, 5 pass and stack.
Their run back to the other side. You can see Grabinho trying to watch them on the cross. That cage has left a pretty,
I mean, Angels called a masterclass going for the other side, but my goodness, there's one hell of a commitment. Cypher beats them here, 15 seconds. Cage to get in towards site. Omen TP, 2 back aside, 10 seconds.
Waiting for this push to come in, and Groovy again is the man they have to get past the time.
So for all on top as well. There's no time for this. My goodness, it was kind of cool though with the Omen ult.
And the late pushback, as said, every time they try and
they over-rotate with the Omen ult, and they can beat him back a site once they get the info in short.
And I see moments there. I think back to the A site push that Navi had, where they had one man, they isolated him, and by the time they pushed, there were 3 players on site with an Omen just outside lining up a paranoia. It was awful from a pacing perspective.
Bro, what are you doing, bro?
And just a complete misread. I think this time they fall victim to the fact that Grabinho hears those rotates
absolutely given it. 13-2, by the way. Grabinho.
They knew he was there. Angel revealed him with the knife.
So early is there's 30 seconds left on the clock. It's it's at a point where Navi have to just rush everything. Like they're not pulling any rotations. They're not
just straight up site hits on this one. I will say Giant X not playing an anti-KO setup on this one is absolutely dropping the ball.
All those trips gone. Let's see what Westside can do with just the rifle in his hands. Cloud certainly good to hold the cross, but they can get Angel right back into the game, and they will do with Hero finding the double.
I'm not sure you can say what are you doing and then not play an anti-KO setup against a KO. That is insanely criminal.
Reducing the numbers of the defenders.
This round has to be a done deal. If Navi are going to have any chance of turning this around, but Ara has already managed to make things interesting.
No charges left.
That smoke will begin to fade around main, but Ara's caught another
shocker of a round from Giant X. They just dropped the ball on this.
It has not been a pretty attack side from Navi, but I like the change because I feel like we haven't seen any aggressive direct takes.
Oh my.
Come on, they won the
There
round.
is a lot of missed detail on this map though.
You wanted to see, the desk wanted to see Shao on the Sova. There you go. You got it. Favorite lineup all
Dude, I can't believe I've seen 2 teams that don't have an anti-KO this year. Not the best company for Giant X with Furia, we'll say that.
He's going to beat you up. I hope he beats you up.
Not a group that you want to be in.
But it does feed into Minnie's point, which was that, yes, Angels had great maps on KO, but as he said in the desk, it was like, he's also had really bad maps on the KO. So it really is a double-edged sword, and this time, it's cutting clean into him.
7-2. There was a change of pace from Navi, but the fact is these slow, defaulty rounds have not been working out for them. Cloud, though, maybe an itchy trigger finger, is going to use the ult. And, well, Alexic tried to react. Has walked straight into the operator of Ara, something we haven't seen too much from him thus far. But now with the man disadvantage, seems like already with the knife going through on the A side of the map for the defense, and one coming back on the other side of B, they are starting to piece things together on the GX side.
Guys, you got a small window. Those trips are coming back up right now.
All depends on the position of Ara. Pressure's now put on, and he is smoked
30 seconds here.
30 seconds.
Jet ready to send it in. Updraft at least once they commit. flash over the top for the swing. Didn't really happen. Has he got another KO flash? No, he doesn't. That's how he used his only KO flash.
That's the trigger. The retake already attempted, but Xiao was waiting by. They only needed clear cloud from the back of the side, but that proved to be a difficult task. 8 seconds. Xiao's on a sliver of health.
Nicely handled.
No time and no players left.
Wasn't the best up until then. That was lovely from Cloud.
I don't know how he got away with that.
Yeah, it's just the same problems. They get into those late round scenarios this time, looking close again, but it is the individuals that, when we were talking about that first map, we were saying it almost looked like a firefight that was only ever going one way.
You gotta commit, man. You gotta jump through there.
It's my backside NB. It's my backside NB. They are not allowed to go there. It's fine.
It definitely seems that way. He's just double his kills.
Roxic had to jump this.
14 and
Angel, he's sitting on the goose egg. Surely he's got to get a kill here. All we have to do is mention it and then he gets a kill. I think that's how it works.
Really doesn't mean too much. A lower bracket awaits them. Well, that's another easy fight for Ara, as Alexic is gone.
Yeah, we had the questions about Ara and Alexic,
oh,
but
no.
that's like one player
Spike down mid.
Oh no.
In the moments when they need is Ara. For NAVI, it looks like not many have shown up. It's been a great series for Xiao so far, though. Even looking at that previous round. But an uphill battle if they want to make anything of this one. Even after that pick from Xiao, it's still a 2v4. And look at the position of Flickless. He's just managed to thread the needle deep onto short. A flash sends Xiao backwards. Now mid is there for GX. Sure, Flickless the one that can be isolated. The other three, though. Actually, Westside, you're a little far out there. Oh no, they're going one by one, and that made me very
it looked
worried.
a little,
Looked
a little rough on this.
Display. 9-2 nonetheless. You can see the reason for the confidence.
Oh, for sure.
I'm worried for NAVI as a collective. I'm worried for Angel as an individual. I'm worried for everyone.
Xiao in the 1v4 that made that look like there was any semblance of it, a close round.
Sheriff Armor.
9-2. From strength to strength.
Goes for a Sheriff Armor.
And maybe Haven was the one that ended up being that close map. As I said, coming in, I looked at this as a favorable map for NAVI.
Oh, boo! It's been one of those days, man.
Other ideas.
No, they don't look that drilled.
Updraft will save him from the first.
Some of the Sova ults have been questionable as well. As much as he's fragging well, like the actual Sova ults have been insanely weird. Ara's committed with an op here. I mean, surely he's in trouble. Just don't. I was gonna say. It's unlucky. He did pretty good on this one. Angel, surely this is his time. Late luck over towards B. There are guns down for him to get on this.
Those two openers were basically
He needs to not overstep though. He needs to not care about his score. Play the round proper. He's the security on this. Getting hit by the knife actually works pretty well for him.
Rubinho still standing, that there's always an opportunity. Definitely knowledge of some of their positions, but being caught by the knife at the time starting to tick away. Grabinho still has so much to do. One already coming up, and it's that late flank. Another
surely not.
At the back of the side.
Oh god. Well, here's the security. Big nade.
Got to try and deny them. The fragment
I don't think
should be onto that spike, and it should deny Grabinho.
Look at that impact.
It's coming up
Look at that impact.
A Red Bull clutch from Angel. He managed his first kill in the final round.
I was so worried that wasn't going to land as well.
I was so worried about the nades. Yeah, same. I was so worried about the nade.
Only kill of the half, but it's one that does cement a round for NAVI. 9-3 though. An uphill battle indeed. Let's hope NAVI have got their hiking boots for the second half.
My goodness.
Red Bull
Thought it missed, dude. So did I. I really did. I was so worried for him. Angel, yeah, he's having a rough time, man. He is having a rough time. He switched over to a lot of initiator in the middle half of stage 2. It hasn't. I mean, honestly, it'd been looking okay up until this. Maybe they just hadn't been punished. This map right now looks really, really rough on attack for them. If you could be another Valorant coach for a day, who am I choosing? Who's out at the moment? I'll just have a day off. I'll just be the setter coach. Have a day off. Go chill in Japan. Probably that.
Would it be the same Angel from map 1? It wasn't. Grabinho certainly drawing a lot of our eyes, but speaking about the leaders down on the stage, Angel and
Free
Cloud,
day in
like
Japan,
said,
yeah.
It's been a different half that both of them have lived.
I think as well, it's less for me now about the numbers and more about the mental resilience. Of course, when you are leading a team that's already winning the match, a lot of it is going to be about not going overboard, getting those rounds over the line. For Angel, it's about building back into the match. He may be 1-10, but I'm way more concerned about Ruxic being 2-10. He has been their best player consistently. In fact, he's been one of the best players in the entirety of the league, but he is having a quiet performance. A pistol round victory, and Navi on a map that has always had strong defensive sides.
We are at 3-2 pistols.
Realistically, the
Navi,
pistols,
they gotta win this pistol.
Well, round 13, your second pistol here. It's been 3 for 3 in the last ones. Last map in this for GX.
Well,
5 players spotted. Well, they're certainly not flying under the radar, but they're also not fleeing.
Oh, the recon's good. Oh, the recon's really good. They're blocking each other. They're getting tagged. They're so slow.
That's very awkward indeed.
Ruxic definitely doesn't seem to be lacking any confidence. He also now has the same as the last half. It is looking like a potential turning point. Ara's definitely had his moments in the pistol, and you can see that.
Yeah, I mean, look how much space the other two took once they revealed 5 over towards main.
They are locking in any players that look to try and rotate Hero. This is an unorthodox position that definitely won't be expected by Grabinho. If there was ever a way back in, an in-zone flawless in the pistol round is a good way to start.
It's definitely doable.
Pistol wins for GX now.
Alex is probably going to get that op out nice and early as well. That's real nice.
That was really unfortunate.
Probably a win condition for them on this map.
Body blocking each other, Cloud and Westside. Look, Cloud, obviously someone's made the call, probably him. Let's go in, let's flood the space. Reveal pops, he's like, no, no, go away, run away. And well, the comms get crossed a little bit. 5th on the board for Navi if they win this one. And it is Classics and the Sheriff they're up against. So we're not expecting too much to go wrong for the defensive side.
Yeah, it's definitely not the biggest investment.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
On the other side, though, either 2 pistols.
Yeah, you got punished for taking the AWP here.
Marshall.
Oh my goodness! Speaking of getting punished, that's
it seems like there's just
a little scary.
Like, I think Xiao clearly thinking that Alexic had that covered.
And
then almost goes down.
They don't invest too much on this one, but I will say again, they got the Marshall, so it's normally okay.
He's going to give that over to Hero, and with the only rifle, that could have been devastating. Ruxic,
oh no!
This is disgusting. He has put down a smoke as just a bait.
I mean, the smoke bait was incredible.
The idea that he's still on the other side of it eventually will be there to execute his opponent.
Okay, very, very nice.
Like he's
Alex goes down. Angel.
Well, that's the scary thing. Like,
Hero has 2-6. So what happens here? Do they just do a normal bonus? Don't buy anything wild?
This game could very easily flip out of control.
There's some options, man. They could drop this guy an op. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do.
We were looking at his defensive opening duels, and on the attack, he can be a guy that lays down his life a lot for the team, that takes that space, the old style what we used to see from
I've seen this before.
That is how he plays
That's good.
a lot of the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, very good point. We're here. But
I do
on the
remember
defense, this guy has a lot of success. It was last week 12-3 in defensive opening duels. If they can replicate that, you got Ruxic online.
Alex playing here with a Marshall
becomes a close game from what looked to be
it's a little questionable.
Got to see how they
Navi being pretty proactive on this one. They go close, smoke fades, instant omen flash. They bait the smoke out again. He's going for it again. My Marshall plays fast contact on short. And
this Spectre has not been a weak weapon. Oh, it's not the prettiest, but even still, a trade is not the worst.
How?
That Marshall needs to get something here. Even if it's just tags, bring some of those players lower. They're not quite hitting, and well, Angel's found one, but That rifle dropping to the deck is not ideal, and there's
Very
no way
nicely
that
handled from Ara. Dude, Ara's been playing great.
10th looking likely, and a tough retake.
Kobe, thanks so much for the prime, bro. I appreciate the 21 months. You think we see Viper a lot on Abyss?
No deep clear of short. Obviously, pretty happy that all three are towards the site, and as the door breaks,
you'll see it a little bit. Teams will use it a little bit.
That's always a possibility for someone to be there.
People were definitely leaning more into double orb smoke
instead
of Viper at one point.
But the result is as expected. Double digits locked
you'll see a little bit, but it'll probably in the current map pool, it'll probably be relatively similar to how much you see it on Ascent.
All in all, you take this
maybe
as a
2 teams,
round,
3 teams.
Not bad. Like, you made it a little bit costly, but when you look at
I think the teams
line,
that tried it, most teams ended up just going
NAVI.
just Astra, so you can perma-luck with an Omen.
They managed to keep that one at least decently.
Especially with how mid is on attack.
They will be able to juggle the rifles over. I'm more interested though in that Alexic operator. We mentioned he was 25 and 8.
But some people had some okay Viper stuff for sure.
On Ascent, and a lot of that came down to the defensive side. They really need him to have a performance here.
It's must for NAVI, and it's Alexic.
Yeah, dude, as soon as Alex gets the op out here, it's definitely doable.
Sure, they'll fire a flash through, but it's all
Cloud picks up his ult. Probably don't want to use in the 4v5 unless he's feeling. Yeah, okay, good.
And if he goes a little more brazen, he had a window to walk through, but now the rotations come through. You've got an operator stood up top waiting for that.
Camera though, Camera kind of re-clears over towards A at one point. They can definitely keep the 3-person strong with the tripper middle.
Now, if they fire this through short, he could have a nasty couple of tags, or at least
they got info with the drone that he was rotating. So might expect this.
It's being held by Alexic.
Big flash over the top.
Early flash. There goes the Hunter's Fury. They have been caught by their own util, but as said, this is the
really popped all into this.
The main idea is to get them into position and allow them to fight.
It's a big buy round, I guess.
Have taken a lot of damage on that cross.
Nicholas is lucky to make that cross. He was jumping across the smoke and jumping.
My goodness, dude.
Just made it out of that nade. 9 HP. Ooh. A spam from Angel almost catches him.
They spot him over towards heaven. Should come up on the minimap. Angel is on your minimap.
Scorbinho's still in heaven, and he will be dropped, leaving it all onto Ara, but this man has performed in so many of the big rounds for GX, and this a chance to put them on the home stretch, to decimate NAVI, and he's got the first! The follow-up is there too!
I think that's it, chat. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it.
And NAVI
kid's been crazy good.
Dust.
Yeah, that might just be the nail.
This kid's had a great step up though. For playoffs, might be one of his best games.
Rounds, but that Red Bull clutch is exactly what they needed from Ara. He's maybe not had the craziest of games, but if he's able to get them over the line, and you can see how fired up he is. Staying in that upper bracket.
Yeah.
Has so much
what are we thinking here? Force?
But NAVI, their lifeline is
dude, that's so devastating.
And a matchup.
That's so devastating for them. I mean, Rockstick's already bought.
For the year. This is the last chance for Happy to talk.
Alex will get nice for next round. It looks like he's been told to
hopefully, yeah.
low by Rockstick's all the stuff.
Happy to talk with the team and Pipson talk at the team.
Yeah.
It's good. I love seeing that from Ara though, man. Seeing him fired up down on that stage. I don't know why I said bots. Angel's the only bot on NAVI. It's just, he's playing a robot.
Right.
That's what I mean. So it's kind of weird. But other than that, I think Ara perfectly justified
crazy behavior
I mean,
from the casters.
You want to see him, especially after that first map where, like I said, he felt shut down, but on Haven he had full command. That game was all his, and then we moved to map 3.
Why did the camera go to him as well, man?
He's had his rounds. Scorbinho went 8-0, didn't die for a long time, finished the last half, what, 16-4?
With this buy, they're pretty much accepting 12.
But Ara's not far behind. I mean, other than, as I said,
they're saying we'll just do the gauntlet run 7.
I've never seen him play like this for quite a while.
It's a shame that it seems like, at least in this map, haven't got the rest of them. I like this. Oh, a pause called. And you just want to pick up the pace. End this quickly, move as a unit. You're up against a weaker purchase, but a purchase of sorts. And this round already looks
going
done.
to 12.
Within the first 20 seconds, you've given...
Nice simple sight here.
your opponent something to think about. They've had the talk, they've been sat there with their coach trying to figure out what to do, and then you've just blitzed them.
Updraft battle, I like it. Yeah, for Navi, obviously they've got the Blade Storm here. Ruxic's got a Bulldog to play around, but this was very much a save money for the next, which is a brave call when you're staring down the barrel of a 12-5, 7 consecutive rounds when the most they've had is, what, 2? Blade Storm fired at the shots through the smoke. They found it. Okay, this is now looking winnable. I don't know why I'm having to pay attention. I thought it would be just a few picks, but now the Diffuse already tapped, draws them into the open. Ruxic drops Ara. Diffuse needs to be stuck though. He just has to drop the Diffuser.
They gave it a good go here. I don't know when Ruxic got his smoke. I'm pretty sure it was way after on this one. I think Angel had to trust him, but this guy was jiggling from main.
They lost early fights, whatever. They now need 7 in a row.
Yeah, the fact is, even though, again, like, fantastic work from Ruxic to be able to clear out 4 in this scenario, I don't even know if that extra kill was needed.
Dude, he definitely had to trust him there.
On that defusal.
Could have got half.
And it doesn't matter in the end. 12 and 5.
Getting stressed out. I'm pretty sure Alex has enough
damaged for sure.
to get an op.
But when you
Yeah,
have
op
this
light
much
armor.
of a run at it, I don't think there's anything NAVI can do to turn this one around. That lower bracket is calling. Their lifeline is fading. And well, in this round at least, they do have themselves the better of the fight.
There's no way.
And
he's alive.
To sell himself
and he's
for that
he's so fast here.
And once again,
Hero is so dead.
With an advantage.
Oh, that's disgusting too. Ara threading the needle. He'll be shut down eventually, but the work has been done, and it should be enough. They know
EBL beat Fnatic and Giants beat Navi. Pretty sure everyone's pick'ems are absolutely wrecked.
Over to the rifle,
at least the majority. Shout out if you got both of these.
And he gets it. Even gets out cleanly. Repositions for the fight on Flickless. It's beautiful from Alexic, but much more is asked of him. He has to hold the line as the Diffuse is underway.
All we had to do is just fully give up.
Walk out of this round with his head held high.
Pick'ems.
He's just bought Navi a chance.
Pick'ems still believing.
Yeah, again, it's another round where those advantages were there in the early battles, the execute. Ara doing fantastic work, not only to just dive in to almost die, but he ends up taking a kill later in the round.
Yeah,
but
that's
this
good.
Man, once again, we mentioned him on the defense, but if anything, this was a full retake. It wasn't him being set up for success, it was him taking it with his own hands. He's almost top fragging, by the way, after what had been a relatively quiet game thus far.
Arrow going for the hero.
It's not going to
hero
matter
knives.
Unless they can string 6 in a row. This one, the most likely of the lot. With Arrow on a Blade Storm, there's still an opportunity.
Oh yeah, there's nothing to be taken for granted in this round. Ara's had, again, even just think back to Haven. He has been the threat that Navi struggled to deal with, and with a Blade Storm and nothing to lose. This could go from bad to worse. Thrown out. Xiao's going to be revealed, but he's safe behind
just
the
side
wall.
hitting. I mean, if they didn't get shut down.
Ara, who's going to jump through the trap to take that
Omenal back of sight.
the stun.
Hero needs to kill at least one.
But he's got backup.
Ruxic TP to the Omen. Oh, it's such a nice call, man. It's such a nice call. Cloud's doing it. Omen flash goes in. No one Whoa. Oh boy. Oh, I mean, that's it. Dude, Ara though. It's it really does sum it up though. Ara managing to get 3 here. Dude, he had such a sick series. The lower bracket gets so weird for EMEA.
Talking about it being a 50-50 with NAVI